It's interesting, we've discussed this in the past with regards to Alexis Sanchez and the way in which that maybe he upsets people in the dressing room with his attitude over the last few months, and Arsenal maybe aren't as keen to keep hold of him as the fans because of the way he seems to upset the dynamic of the team.
Well, not sure about that. I've seen him with his hands on his hips when he's playing for Chile as well sometimes. I just think that's a little idiosyncrasy. But I think his head has been turned. I think the fact that Arsenal aren't going to be in the Champions League this coming season is a factor. Manchester City, I think it's an open secret, would love to sign him. Not Bayern Munich, apparently, anymore. So I think it's watch this space and see what happens there. But there might be another fan riot, and not the first, among the Arsenal supporters if Sanchez goes.
This is the problem, isn't it? You know, it's a deal breaker with regards to the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, at those prices, I don't see how Arsenal keeps hold of Alexis Sanchez. I've said in the past, right now, given the position that Arsenal find themselves in, I don't see why Alexis Sanchez stays. The issue then becomes this year in his contract and Arsenal kind of being able to pick and choose exactly where he does go, because there aren't many outside of Manchester, the blue side of Manchester, who will be paying that kind of money.
It's a power struggle, and Alexis Sanchez is in a position where he has the support of the fans and the support of the people outside of the club. And he may just have the support of some of his teammates as well, who, even if he has had an attitude in the past, they say, this guy helps us win games. I don't care what you have to pay this guy because he helps us win games. That leverage, in the end, has to force Arsenal into doing something that they don't want to do. I don't think Arsenal pushes through with this, and Alexis Sanchez then goes elsewhere. If he has an option to go elsewhere, I think he would prefer to do so anyways, because he has shown that he knows that Arsenal is not winning. And he also understands that if he's going to achieve the things that he wants to achieve as a player, he's going to have to do it elsewhere.
Ian, you've obviously watched him throughout his career in the Premier League. If he does stay, doesn't sign a new contract, will that affect his attitude on the pitch?
Well, I think if he signs a new contract and he's happy with his new deal, I think he's in love with football. He's one of those guys who wants to be out there. And when you've got him on the pitch, it's like Luis Suarez, who wanted to leave Liverpool, you remember that summer a few years ago. Once he started playing again, he was electric. I think Sanchez might be the same if Arsenal can do a deal. But that is a huge, huge if at the moment. But imagine if he went to Manchester City and they had Sanchez and Aguero and Gabriel Jesus. They might take a bit of stopping.